some people up in here. What up, y'all? Happy Saturn's Day to the peoples. To the people. What's going on, y'all? We got to get into it as always every Saturday. What up, Mega Bills? What up, Nelly Shaw, Faith Ford, Nazarene X, D Wilson, A Shaku. What is that? Sanku? What is that? Sanku Allah? There we go. Frank Green. Gregorio. What's up? Zai the Goat. No, it's the Great, excuse me. Francois Lynn. DJ Sherm. Oh, Sherm, excuse me. Is that Sherm or Sherm? Sherm. D Wilson. What up? Scotty Saturn. Goddess Gemini Bunny. What up, girl? What is that? Some chick named what? Star? What up, girl? Y'all be having these long ass names. What up? E Hawthorne. What up, E? Aries Warrior 22. What up? Chuck Diesel. What is that? What is that? Bring the smoke. What up? Mr. and Mrs. Kemp. What's poppin'? I am Aquastone Throne. What is that? Aquastone Throne? I guess that's what it says. What up, Nisu? Charles Walker. Film It Now LLC. What up? What that what is that? Yetta Justice? Roderick Roche, what's poppin', man? JR. What's going on, y'all? Y'all up in here with me? Who is that? True Mongolian, man. Y'all up in here, man. Damn, y'all, y'all coming in here quick. What's up, everybody? Oops. So we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it some more, man. There's some shit going on, y'all. They're trying to do us in. There is an awakening going on. I don't know if y'all been seeing it. There is an awakening popping right now, man. And I don't think they know how to handle it. They don't know what to do. The inmates, the prisoners ain't acting like prisoners no more. What the fuck do they do? Oh shit, these niggas is tripping. What up? I am Michael Stone. Said, what'd he say? Love and appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you too. What up? Charles Walker. Caught you live 2 weeks in a row. That's what's up. I hope y'all getting the notifications, man. They you know how they be tripping. Real quick, Know Your Rights Foundation. If you ordered anything, it's out. It's gone. Don't be hitting me up. All your orders are gone. Again, and if you haven't received your orders, sometimes again the orders get stolen. So if you haven't received your order in a long time, just hit me up. Don't be like, man, you ain't sent me my order. I send everybody stuff. I send everybody stuff. I ain't keeping nobody's stuff. I send all of your stuff. Sometimes cats start jacking. they get a little sticky fingers. So if you haven't gotten it, let me know, and then we'll see what's up with that. But I send everybody stuff out. So if you're waiting on it, it's all gone. I don't have nobody's stuff. But appreciate y'all, man, and everybody who's signing up for the Know Your Rights Foundation, man. If y'all better get down with this movement, y'all. It is popping. We are doing it. People are learning the law and they loving it. We teaching y'all the law for free. Y'all had nobody out here teaching you the law before, let alone for free. So goddamn, if you don't take advantage of that, that's on you. When they start smacking you up in the head, when all these rules and regulations start really coming down, and you don't know which way to turn, you gonna look back like, God damn, that nigga told me he could have taught me the law, man. He told me he could have taught me the law, man. I sat around on my butt, I ain't do nothing. Yep, that was you. That was you. So get on over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you want to know the law, sign up, and we teach you the law for free. The obligation is you have to pay it forward. We teach you the law for free, then you go back out into your community and you teach it to the people, because this is how we're going to do this. We got to each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? So we're building that core hub, that foundation of knowledge, because we've never had it before. I don't even know if y'all understand how big this is. Y'all sit back, and I know a lot of y'all are apathetic to the law and the rules and the government and all this and that because you've never been taught that before and you've never been involved in it before. But you see how hard those motherfuckers fight for it. The Caucasians in the system, they fight as hard as hell for the rules and the law and all that. So because they understand it runs everything. But once you see what's going on, and when you have a foundation of cats who across the board know the law front and back, up and down, inside and out, and you can't you can't mess with them, you can't touch them, man, that's gonna be a different game, y'all. So be a part of that at the beginning. Don't be coming back, years later like, man, I heard about y'all 5 years ago, man, when you was trying to do it. I sat there, I listened to you, man, but I didn't believe y'all was gonna learn that stuff, man. Now y'all up here, man, y'all kicking niggas out of office, and y'all smashing on po. Y'all getting $100,000 million settlements. Man, I should have been in. Yep. You should have been involved at the beginning. So that's what that right there. And everybody, sign up to, make sure if you want to learn the law as far as the status, you can sign up to the Patreon, because that's ultimately where you want to go. You want to change your status, because if the corporations are taking over, the true way to get at that is to change your status, is to take yourself out of the corporation, or to take yourself out as an asset of the corporation, and then start doing business with the corporation on an even plane. But you have to change your status to do that. If you want to do that, go over to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to one of the status class levels. At the highest level, once you're able to explain the paperwork, I give you paperwork for free. I give you the documents to free yourself for free if you can explain it. So I sell them on the website for people who are taking the classes individually. But if you want it, all of the classes are on Patreon. So there's like 20 something classes and more to be put on there. But there's 20 something classes on there. You can watch them at your own leisure, learn the law, then hit me up when you say, all right, I know how to explain the paperwork. If you can explain it to me, I give it to you for free. Then you go mash. All right. Also, Patreon, I didn't know this. Maybe they had this a long time ago, but I just found this out, that you can upload videos directly to Patreon. So I didn't know that. And a lot of videos I wasn't putting up over there because I had to go through YouTube, and YouTube was flagging my videos and taking them down. So right now I'm able to put up videos directly to Patreon. So if you guys want to see I have 40 God classes that you guys haven't seen. I only put up maybe 7 God classes on my channel. So I'm going to put all the other God classes up on the Patreon channel. So that's going to be at the $10 level. So people want to watch those God classes, going to be at the $10 level to start. Each class is about 3.5 hours long, and there's about 40 classes. So, and we're talking about everything from the consciousness of the universe to vibration and somatics, all this stuff that that y'all be around watching on the YouTube internet about. I covered all of that stuff in the God classes. I don't do that now because I covered it already, and I don't feel I need to go over shit 20, 30,000 times. But I'm going to release that stuff on the Patreon if you want to see it. So it's over there right now, patreon.com/realnagas. And make sure y'all hit up the homie on the We Juice side of the game, Timmy Tight Top right here, man. Make sure you hit up Carl from Good Times. But We Juice, that's OUIJuice.com. We live, we love, we juice. Right here, that's the motto right there. That's the great motto. That's a great slogan, whatever you want to call it. It's off the chain. Get them yummy juices. Hook up your health, hook up your fitness right here at WeJuice.com. Thank you, brother. I appreciate this. Surprisingly sweet. Everybody start ordering this surprisingly sweet, which I appreciate, but don't be trying to copy my shit, man. Figure out your own taste. This is me. Surprisingly sweet right here. And please make sure you check out last one, Beal Sauce. Man, make sure y'all get that schmuckatelli from BealSauce.com. B-E-A-L sauce. Excuse me, B-E-A-L-E sauce.com. Y'all see BealSauce.com. If it ain't real, it ain't Beal. If it ain't schmuckatelli, it ain't ready. I don't know. Somebody give me a slogan for the schmuckatelli, because it's off the chain. But go get that and get any one of the other sauces too. Appreciate Bill Sauce for hooking me up on some of that schmuckatelli on that last order. I appreciate you, brother. All right, now let's get into it, man. Did y'all see the Instagram with your boy Kyrie? He put up an Instagram post a couple days ago. Did y'all see it? Anybody see it? Now, Kyrie is very smart. Not necessarily the most articulate. He's very articulate. He's articulate, but I'll say this, when he's dancing around subjects he doesn't know really well or he doesn't want to speak on a lot, he doesn't articulate that really well. So it may sound like it comes off kind of jumbled or whatever, or like a little word salad, but he was dropping some stuff, and he's basically saying that these new millennials, the millennials or the zillennials, that y'all are going to be the one to break the tide, to break the chain. Who was that? Hothead Blazing. Thank you. Appreciate you. Y'all are going to be the one to break the chain, the cycle of the slavery cycle, the mental slavery cycle. Who was that? Carl Williams. Oh man, thank you everybody. Appreciate y'all. That's going to be broken. Why? Because these new cats are being born in the information age, right? Information is readily at hand to these new cats. So information makes you free. Knowledge is what frees you. Seriously, why do you think they outlawed reading for the longest time in America for niggas, for melanated people? Because they knew if you guys had the information, you would be able to free yourselves, which is why now that it's readily free. I don't understand why y'all ain't going off learning the damn rules to the system. They gave you the key to the bank, and y'all niggas is like, thanks, I'll get to that later. As soon as I finish watching the game. They gave you the key. They gave you the key to the bank, but it's the information. Information is what frees you. So you have TikTok, all these social media things, and you're able to take sound bites, like especially now with the shorts and and they replay over and over and over again. You may hear like a sound bite of Dr. Umar Johnson. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who got that, who has that knowledge. Shout out to Black Dot. May hear an excerpt of Black Dot, or somebody who was on Brother Rich, on Black Magic, 363. You may hear and so that those things come up when you're scrolling through your feed, and these things keep coming back. And sometimes, like if you're doing something, they'll be on replay, and this stuff starts to play in your head over and over again. These cats are starting to wake up. And so when they drop in information like that, and you can't unlearn what you have learned. You cannot. Charles Walker, thank you again, brother. You can't. So when they hear this, when they start to see all of this stuff, and again, when the Pandeezy hit and they were just able to sit down and just go over all this information, how much information, all of that stuff was coming through to them. So a lot of these cats are waking up. Then you hit somebody like Kyrie, who is on the spiritual side, and that means your spirit is going to be your guide more so than anything else externally and physically. Then he has to move that way. So he was breaking down, man, all the millennials and zillennials, it's going to be up to y'all to break that cycle. As you see, the old guard, they still with it. No, Skip, you can't be talking about these people like that, Skip. You can't be doing that, Skip. Or Charles Barkley, his bitch ass, they done gave him $100 million. That was $100 million. Shut your ass up. Shut your dumb ass up, nigga, and say what we want you to say. That's what that $100 million was. Shut the fuck up, dumbass nigga. And say what we want to say. Say what we want you to say. So Charles can't say nothing. He just got $100 million. So even then Shaq is the biggest hypocrite of all. Goddamn. First of all, Shaq is the popo, and all y'all be shitting on Kobe, talking about Kobe snitched on Shaq. Shaq is the popo. How you snitch on the popo? Again. So, but Shaq plays the video that Kyrie is being vilified for sharing. He plays the video in his damn theater for brothers, and then has the nerve to talk shit about Kyrie. That is blatant hypocrisy. That is little definition. But all y'all, because Shaq is cool and funny, and he is. Don't get it twisted. Shaq is cool and funny motherfucker, for real. Shaq is one of the funniest niggas out there. I am a Shaq personality fan. Shaq, as far as everything else, his ideals, no. Fuck Shaq on that side of the game. So Those are the old guard who are used to being controlled by the puppet masters, the Khazarian puppet masters. They speak, you don't. They say what's up. You got your ears open. They say shut the fuck up. You do this. What did Carmelo said when David Stern called him up and said, look, man, he hit him up and said, man, we know who your friends are. We know where you be hanging out. We know where they hang out. We know what they be doing. He said all of it when Carmelo, he was like, look, so you better make a decision. You still want to hang, you want to be with that life, or you want to graduate and be with this? And he said, that's when I knew that the Fed, David Stern and them was the Fed. That's what he said. That's when I knew the NBA or David Stern and them was the Fed. Because he said, we know everybody. We know who all your people at. We know everybody, right? So that's the old guard. They're used to being controlled. They set the, and this again is when information didn't flow as readily as it does today. You can tell these cats to shut the hell up, and who they gonna tell? But they family members and homies. That stuff ain't gonna get out nowhere. There ain't nobody gonna be picking up the phones and calling, man, you know what David Stern did to me, man? You know what they said? Ain't nobody doing that. The news reporters ain't gonna report it. So that stuff didn't get out like it did. And y'all better hit the goddamn like button right now. It's 400 and something of y'all in here, only 100 and something, 177 likes. Hit the goddamn like button. Stop ear hustling. And if you watch, go watch, what's that? The Magic Johnson show on HBO. Come on, somebody hit me in the, what's the name? What's the Magic Johnson show on HBO? Real Time or Lakers or something? Lakers. Damn, I forgot the name of the show. It's a good ass show too. It talks about the Lakers dynasty when they came up. But that's a great show. But it shows in there how David Stern and Magic Johnson made a deal to make him the face of the league. So they come and see so when they're controlling you like that, look, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, boom, boom, boom. We gonna make you. So when they're making you, they're literally fashioning you, nigga, out of some bullshit clay. They can tell you what to do. They're making you, what's that, a golem. That's what that shit, when they fashion you, they fashion a little monster. You call it in voodoo, they call it a voodoo doll or whatever. But in the Khazarian people, they call it a golem. When they fashion what is it? A Golgothan or something like. Is it a golem or a Golgothan? One of those two things. But they fashion it out of some clay or some shit, and they imbue it with, it basically does whatever the creator makes it do, right? Because if I fashion you, if I create you, then I own you. So that was, matter of fact, this was in a show called on Netflix called Cursed, I think it's Cursed, or The Order, excuse me, not Cursed, The Order. So go look up a show on Netflix called The Order, and they have one of those in there. It's a fucking clay thing that they create out of magic or whatever, and it does whatever it does. So that's what you niggas are. In the NBA or any sports league or any of that, when them niggas are, they tell you they fashioning you and making you, and nigga, they literally create your whole persona. They create your whole mystique and everything, nigga. You got to do that. But the cats right now, again, are waking up. The younger cats. Now, again, I be on the younger cats hard because they on some soft shit. A lot of this younger generation, they soft as Charmin. As motherfucking as wet cotton. But they're much more conscious than we were because they have the information, right? The information is flowing throughout their little societies and their communities. So they're waking up and they not with the old bullshit. So that was Kyrie's message, like, yo, it's time for us to do it. So if I had a guess, I would say if they're gonna make him do that whole whatever they said they was gonna make him do, the 6 things that they said they was gonna make him do, I would bet that he not coming back. I bet you Kyrie's not coming back. If he has to follow those damn rules or whatever that they said he has to do, I would bet he not coming back. And that you can see that in his spirit when he in that live stream that he did on Instagram. You can see he making the decision. He's like, yo, it's gonna be the spirit or, or not. And so this is, again, they are so used to the art of what they call buck breaking, right? And that goes back to slavery, but it actually goes back. It's even it's let's see, most people think it goes back to slavery, but it doesn't necessarily go back to slavery. It goes back to so anybody who wants to send a message in mass, you're gonna send it. If I have to send, if I want to get a message across to a bunch of people, then what's the best way for me to get that message across to a bunch of people is to send it through the most influential or one of the strongest in that group of people who I want to get it to, right? So that's, again, the buck breaking is the strongest or the most rebellious slaves. They made an example of. You get your ass out there, they beat you in front of all the rest of the slaves to show you all the rest of these cats. All right, you see what happened to that? You see what happened to him? You want that to happen to you? Huh? You? I know you don't, nigga. I know you don't. I see you a bitch already. But I know you. Any one of the rest of you niggas, you want this to happen to you? All right, you sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. And they do. Hey, keep that damn whip away from me, master. Hey, what you need? You need me to go barrel that hay, nigga? Hey, I know I barreled it already, but I'll go cut some more grass, make hay, and barrel it for you again. Just keep that damn whip away from me, my nigga. That's what brothers was on back then. When they saw that, they saw the biggest cat getting his ass mangled. They was like, hey, nigga, keep that on. I'm good. Nigga, what you want me to do, my nigga? You want me to do some push-ups, some jumping jacks, nigga? What you want me to do, nigga? Bake some pies, nigga? So that's that shit. Nick Cannon, and I'm gonna give Nick Cannon a shout out because I was way off of it. I ain't listened to nothing Nick Cannon did since that nigga apologized. Nothing. And damn it, it is 500 people and there only 275 likes. Y'all are straight full of y'all with the bullshit, man. Come on, y'all know how the algorithm works. Hit the damn like button. Stop your ear hustling. I don't care what you're doing, whatever. Just, man, it takes 2 seconds. Boom. Hit the damn like button. But Nick Cannon, I was off him since he apologized. I mean, I was through. I was off of not listening to nothing else he said, right? But then, because he had to go through it, see, now this is how the universe works. Because he had to go, he just went through it, it made his voice a lot louder when he called them out, the Khazars out for doing it to Kyrie. Because we just saw what Nick had to go through. They took everything from him. Made him, that nigga did buck dancing. He was, can I get that wilding out back, my nigga? What you need me to do? Nigga, I'll crip walk at your daughter's wedding. Nigga, what you want me to do? He was doing anything he could to get that wilding out back. Now, again, his motives, wilding out employed a lot of people. So maybe he had to, he bit the bullet like Kevin Hart did because a lot of people relied on him for, for their livelihood. But at the end of the day, nigga, hey, look here, nigga. I ain't giving up none of my principles for you niggas. I'm telling you right now, if y'all niggas, your jobs is tied to my principles, nigga, you better fucking find another place, because I ain't giving up none of my principles, nigga, for your jobs. I'm sorry, nigga. Y'all gods, figure it out. I'm not about to give up my soul so you niggas can eat. Nah, nigga, that ain't how that work. They ain't about to motherfucking take my soul. So Nick Cannon, I wasn't with him. But then he went there and he broke it down on what they're doing to Kyrie. And then all the backlash starts to come, right? All the cats who thought it's the same, we're in the same era, and these upper echelon of niggas, who are the gatekeepers. All we have to do is speak out, and we keep you lower niggas down and keep you niggas in control. It ain't like that no more. Nope, that ain't popping no more. All the backlash that start coming back after the niggas, they had to start, nigga. They started moonwalking. Nigga. They was creating new moonwalks. LeBron James. Well, I don't think you should stop him from playing. Oh, yeah, right, nigga? You was one of the first niggas to come out when they came to your house, nigga, with the gun to your head and say, bitch ass, you better say something Why you shouldn't get out there and say something, bitch, before we steal all your shit? We take all of your shit. Hey man, Kyrie, you shouldn't be talking. I don't believe in hate speech, bro. He comes out with that. But then when the backlash comes and he starts to see his street activist, his hood activist credit is starting to get taken away because you supporting the wrong goddamn causes. Hey man, I really think you shouldn't take his, he should be able to play and all. Oh yeah, nigga, you're moonwalking. Shannon Sharp. Hey Skip, you know what I'm saying? Hey Skip, I think he should be able to, the list is a little much, Skip. Oh, now y'all niggas wanna backtrack because you see y'all have power, man. Y'all have power. This is what you need to, you need to continue and understand, man, unify, and then go back at them cats who are taught the old world, who are taught the old guard. That's what I want to call them, the old guard. You gotta take the old guard down. That's just the fact of the matter. You have to take the old guard down. Those niggas are in the way, blocking your way of progress. So take them niggas down. Get them the hell out of the way. And then shout out to Minister Farrakhan, because he came out and I don't know if you guys saw his thing. He broke it down. He's like, look, y'all been running from me since the beginning of time. Like, nigga, why don't you got me? How come you won't have me over there to talk, to meet with your rabbis? Huh? I done called you niggas how many times? That nigga, I don't get no number. Hey, this number is been the number you have reached has been disconnected. When Farrakhan called, nigga, he like, Farrakhan? We were not here. We're not here. Hey, nigga, I hear you in the background. Hey, hang up, nigga, hang up. They don't want to hear nothing from Farrakhan, right? Because he got all the knowledge to bust them in their ass. He know the Talmud, he know the Torah, he know that shit in and out, back and forth, up and down. Nothing you can say. We know our history, we know your history. Nothing you can lie about, right? So Farrakhan says, look, man, why y'all want to call Kyrie there? Somebody who you know who's new into this information. Why you want to call him there by himself? Let's send him there with one of our scholars. How about that, nigga? He didn't say it like that, but I'm paraphrasing Farrakhan. I was in your head, Farrakhan, brother. I was in your head. I know how you said it in your head, but you had to be diplomatic when it came out your mouth. But I'm in your head. He said, look here, nigga. You rabbi nigga. Let us send one of our scholars with Kyrie and see what happens. They don't want to do that shit. They don't want to do that. With our books and our information and our history. Let us do that. So, they gonna answer? ADL, y'all gonna answer that? You gonna answer that call, ADL? Because we already know how that goes. And man, if you understand, they're really fighting to keep this system in place. Kanye, or Ye, as he want to be called now, is a lot more vocal. He's a Gemini. Geminis are the sign of communication. He gonna talk. That's what they do. Air sign, Gemini, he gonna talk. Kyrie is an Aries, but borderline Pisces. So he's a little more subdued about his. He's a little more passive aggressive about his thing, right? So he does it in little subversive ways here and there. Not that he can't be aggressive, but he's more subversive about how he does stuff. And so they're trying to take both of them out because they're two of the top artists in our community. And I say artists, meaning creators. Do you understand? They have made trillions off of making, or off of your creators. You understand what that is? You are the creators. Everyone has the ability to create, but the creators, the first creators of this damn play are you, and you are the greatest creators because no matter what goes on, you can create whatever the hell. And no matter anytime we create something in as far as our culture, anytime it's stolen, we're like, all right, whatever, we'll just create some new shit. Whatever you create in your culture runs the world. That is the fact. So they're trying to, as far as our creators, and this goes across the board for all of our creators, as far as music and TV and all of that. they are attaching themselves to our creators like leeches and just leeching off of that energy. Did you see the Leo? Go look up the Leo Cohen interview that he did on the Breakfast Club when Charlemagne, he got at him and he was asking like, yo, why do you release the music that you do? You wouldn't talk about that, or you release it for your people. So why do you do that for melanated people, for black people? He's saying for black people. Why do you release that damn music? He's like, well, you know, sometimes I'm conflicted. Is it opportunistic? Yeah. He said it like that. Like, my family has to eat. So he'll put out music where you destroying your communities, talking shit about each other, destroying, the picture of the mother in your communities and the father, the divine masculine and divine feminine in your communities, ripping those icons down, or those symbols to work towards you, ripping them down. Or they don't give a shit about none of that. They don't give a shit about none of that with you. We don't let that over. We ain't talking shit about ourselves. Hell no. You niggas go ahead and fight it out amongst yourselves. We'll be over here. Don't worry about it. We'll be over here when you're ready. So if that doesn't show you right off the bat that these niggas are leeching off of your turmoil, your inner strife. So then Kanye came out and he said they sacrificed his mom. Did y'all hear that shit? He came out, then he mentioned some other people. He said Bill Cosby's son and Woo. He named some other people. Who families were sacrificed. So now when I say that the programming didn't stick, they tried to get Kanye and make that programming stick, and it didn't stick with him. So now what you see is a loose cannon. And they got to try to pull the loose cannon in by debunking him at every turn. Don't listen to this crazy nigga. This nigga crazy. Hey, he crazy as hell, y'all. Don't listen to nothing he got to say. You see how crazy he is, don't you? And then you turn up and you look at all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes and learn that his trainer and all the trainers that this trainer who was a trainer of all these celebrities was a damn a PSYOP agent, where he trained in medical drugging in Canada. Like, nigga, y'all better go do your research on these niggas. So this nigga, then Kanye gets put in the hospital, drugged up. Nigga, y'all understand this is something going on at the highest level. They place these controllers and handlers in these in these celebrities' lives in order to maintain a certain level of control over your ass. So the programming ain't sticking. And so then they're gonna try to rob. Adidas is gonna try to rob your boy Ye by putting out his shoes anyway without his name. Well, we just gonna put the nigga, fuck it. We'll take his name off. It's still his design. They're gonna know it's Kanye's design. We'll just take his name off, and then we'll get all the money. How does that sound? That's absolute robbery. They're gonna take his design. He designs the shoes. They're gonna take this nigga design, take his name off the shoe so they don't gotta pay him, and then put the shoe out anyway. If any one of you niggas buy one of them damn shoes, we coming for your ass. And we see you wearing Adidas shoes that look like Kanye's, and they don't got no name, they didn't got the Yeezy on them. Hey, come for them niggas. Come for them. For sure. I don't mean violently, physically, nothing like that. But make sure they understand they fucking up. Because they helping them up, they helping the enemy. Kanye's enemy. So, and then as I was saying last week, and it's me and my brother, shout out to Black Dot. He was in the chat. He was in the chat last week. I didn't even see him last week. So shout out to Black Dot. I didn't even see you in here, man. Peace to you, brother. But he's on the same vibration. We were talking about we need our own anti-defamation league. And he was already on it. He came up with the Comedic Defamation League. Shout out to Black Dot and Urban X over there. Mama Dot and Malcolm and Eli. Shout out to Eli too. So they came up with the Comedic Defamation League. Basically, something we need an organization to go back at them whenever they come for us. Every time they come for us and they degrade us in some type of way, they put us in movies where they defame us, we pimps and hoes and all this and that type of shit, where they calling us nigga and they doing all that. None of that, or even when they put us in movies where we degrade ourselves. How come we don't come at them when they make money off of that? You gotta coming at them for this, because if you don't, it'll never stop. As long as you keep letting these niggas make money off you. Look, man, do you know that Amazon, when the controversy came out about Kyrie putting the video out, Amazon didn't take the video down. These niggas raised the price. They raised the price on the video. Their videos are usually $5.99 to rent a video. These niggas went to $11.99, $12. They doubled the price on the video. It's because they knew a bunch of you niggas was going to come to Amazon, flood there to see that damn video, and they got paid off of your ass, off the controversy of Kyrie. Now, you tell me that ain't some bullshit. No backlash is going at them for having it on their platform. Not that they should get backlash. I don't think Amazon should get backlash for having the video on their shit. They should be able to have this video on their platform. So, but there should be, if anybody gets backlash though, if some backlash is gonna come, it should be them first for having it on their platform and then profiting from it. No, you know why? Because it ain't wrong to profit from you niggas. From your strife and your turmoil and your inner battles. It ain't wrong for us. We just gonna curate that. We gonna give you niggas a ring. How about that? We Barnum and Bailey's. we Barnum and Bailey's, nigga. You niggas are the circus. You the bearded lady. You the strong man. You the fish dude. You the they got all you niggas in the circus. They the ringleaders. They create the ring, and they put you niggas to work. You the lion tamer. You over there. You doing. And we just gonna get paid over you niggas, whatever y'all do in that ring. Sound good? Okay. So we need an anti-defamation league. But the thing is, it can't be a movement. Everybody, you guys are so you guys are so into starting movements. Oh man, who is that? Xylin, appreciate you. You said we need your own factories and video platform. That's right. But you, excuse me. But we are so into movements because we're emotional, right? Melanated people, we're motivated by emotional energy, most of us, which we shouldn't be. We should be a balance there. But we're motivated by emotional energy. So movements are very emotional. When you got people speaking loud and giving lectures and talking emotionally about a subject and whoop, whoop, whoop. But you never organize behind these movements. And they understand that. They understand the difference between a movement and an organization. Matter of fact, like some years ago, when I was watching CNN, they had this Caucasian dude on there, and he was talking about BLM, Black Lives Matter, right? And so they was talking about the power that Black Lives Matter had. But then he said, this is what this nigga said. But then they really don't have that much power because they're much more of a movement, not an organization. That nigga said that shit. They're a movement, not an organization. Why is that important? Because movements, we don't got to do shit. In a movement, if you're trying to get something from the government, we don't got to give you nothing in a movement. You're not organized. You just basically, you get together and y'all march every time y'all get pissed. But we don't really gotta. We can wing it if in a movement, we can say we'll give you a platform to talk here, we'll give you a platform to say something over there, we'll give you a couple of dollars for your movement over here, we'll do, but that don't really do shit. It ain't really getting you anything. The couple of dollars they give you, get you buy more bullhorns so you can speak more bullshit that they don't ever give you nothing for. Movements do nothing. Now, you do need that type of energy because it brings awareness to your cause, but y'all don't have no type of organization. Anything that has to happen in as far, especially in this world that they created, has to happen by organization. Especially if it's going to last long or be anything powerful to move anything within society. Just so you understand, like, the most powerful people are the most organized people, right? So you guys, what's the difference between, an organization and movement and a movement? See, you don't need a lot of people and then or organization and unity, because a lot of things we're preaching right now is unity, right? And so you need unity in a movement, right? Everybody, we need to unify, get this movement going, bam, bam, bam. And you're right. You need to be all one, unity, boom, 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 all that. Everybody needs to get together. But what is you getting together without organization? What the fuck, what does that do? You just a bunch of niggas taking up space. That's it. You just a bunch of cats taking up space. If you're gathering together and you have no purpose to your gathering, like reparations. I gave you an example. Reparations. All y'all are on reparations, right? Reparations. We need reparations. We need money. I've been on the anti-reparation shit for a long time. If y'all been watching this channel, I've been on the anti-reparations thing for a long time. If you're new to this channel, hey, that may be news to you. You may want to get the fuck out of here because I don't believe in reparation. Because true reparations, the word means to be restored to one's own land, right? But you guys don't have the correct status, the proper status to do that. You guys have to change your status and no law and all that. You ain't nowhere near ready to do that. Nowhere near ready to do that. But it's your land and you want it, but you don't know how to get it back. You think, hey, well, let's start some movements and we need reparations. We need to make them give us our money back. First of all, I told you reparations in this country, in the American government, is unlawful. They've already ruled that. They showed that when they tried to get reparations for California. The person who was in charge of getting reparations for California said in an interview that reparations are unconstitutional. They're against the 14th Amendment, excuse me. So you can't, and the reason is you can't take one group of people over another people. That's discrimination. That's in the Constitution. So they have to try to create certain ways around that and this and that. And the other thing is the money that you guys are going to think you're going to get for these reparations are from Caucasian people, mostly. You think the Caucasians is going to vote to give up their money to pay you niggas back reparations so y'all can go buy some Jordans? You think them niggas going to vote for that? That ain't never happening, niggas. That ain't ever going to happen. It's just not. And a lot of that is because, we'll get into, what most people believe about who they're owed reparations from, but most of y'all have a misconception about who you owe reparations from. Who y'all trying to get reparations from? Most of these Caucasian people you're trying to get reparations from aren't the descendants of the colonists who owned slaves. Most of these people are immigrants or descendants of immigrants, meaning they ain't have nothing to do with slavery. They just came over here and worked their asses off in your land, for sure, but they came over here and just worked their asses off and got paid. And so their position is, nigga, you think I work my ass off to get this money, and you think you about to get my money? I'm an immigrant, motherfucker. You think what the fuck am I getting? That's their argument. Why would I give you my money and I work my ass off? My family didn't own slaves and blah, 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 this and that, right? So that's their argument. So again, there's many things that why you're not going to get reparations. They're not going to, it's unconstitutional. That's the very first thing. So they can't give you reparations. But reparations are a carrot that they hold in front of you. They don't ever really come out and tell you that reparations are unconstitutional. Have you ever actually heard that? That sister who tried to get reparations in California, who's working to get reparations in California, she's the only person who's ever come out and said that. But if you know the law and you research the law, you would know that. But they've never come out and told you that reparations are unconstitutional. Why? Because that would cause a backlash. Then you would try to figure out some other type of way to get your shit back from the system. So as long as I can dangle this carrot in front of your ass, in front of the horse, and you and they keep every time you they move the carrot, and you keep, as long as that carrot there though, you don't see it on the string behind it. The horse never sees the carrot dangling on the string. It just sees the carrot in its sight. It don't see that it's dangling on the string and the nigga behind him is moving the carrot forward to make the horse move. That's what you niggas, that's what reparations are for you niggas. They know it'll never fucking work. But they ain't gonna never tell you that because it placates you niggas. It gives you niggas a reason to believe that you can do something. That you have, that something, that some remedy, some type of hope is coming back to y'all if y'all push hard enough. It ain't gonna happen through reparations. But the reason, excuse me, the reason it's not gonna happen like that, and it shouldn't happen like that, is because whatever happens in the universe was supposed to happen. If you lost the land, or if your ancestors lost the land, they didn't lose it by accident. That's what was supposed to happen. That was universal law. The truth of the matter is, a lot of your ancestral leaders gave up the land. They did. You got a lot of cool niggas today. You had a lot of cool niggas back then as aboriginals. Matter of fact, the two niggas, the Cherokee cats who gave up the land, and where the Cherokee had to go on the Trail of Tears, and just so y'all know, Cherokees wasn't Caucasian motherfuckers. They were Aboriginal, dark-skinned people, too, as well. And they owned slaves who looked like you. So the slaves they owned and the people, they look just alike. The Native American, or the Aboriginal Americans and their slaves look just alike. But the person who signed over the land and made the Trail of Tears happen, they killed them two niggas because it was two dudes. It was two cats. They signed over the land because they got paid. So they couldn't, the nation couldn't do anything about that, but they killed the two dudes who signed over the land, right? So again, you didn't lose the land. Some of the land you got, some of the land was jacked, but because a lot of the times the Native Americans or the Aboriginal Americans just weren't aware, or they got tricked into it. But a lot of times when you get tricked into some shit, that's you. Whatever happens to you in the universe, this is universal law. Whatever happens to you is because of you. That's a universal law. Whether you want to believe that or not, there is no energy that comes back to you that didn't initiate with you in the first place. That's a universal fact. So whatever happened to the Aboriginals, how they lost the land, that was supposed to happen. Because it did happen. You can't sit up here and say there's no accidents in the universe. Whatever happens in the universe was supposed to happen from the energy that was out there. Now, having said that, how do you get your land back? How do you get that shit back? Do you march and go to the government and be begging them niggas for that? No. Land is the freest thing in the world that you can buy. Anybody can buy, anybody can get land. Anybody. I'll give you an example. So they just had a reparations. You guys just had they just had a reparations march or rally. Shout out to the FBA. They had a reparations rally, right? They got everybody in, they looking for their check or whatever. And everybody that want their check, I heard it was like over 3,000 some people there, right? 3,000 people there. Say all them people who were there, they took $20. And I'm sure it probably cost more than probably at least damn near $100 to go to the rally. But just say on the light side, just say each one of them took $20 and put it in the pot to buy land. You got $60,000, right? You got $60,000. So, what kind of land could you go buy with that? Just to start, you take that money, you go buy land and farm and start to farm. Because right now, y'all don't understand. Y'all better start getting farmland. That's one of the most important things to start getting right now. They are destroying all the food around the world to start making you dependent on food. Bill Gates buying up all the goddamn farms, China buying up farms, all these in the government, all the European governments and shit about to shut down the farms over in Europe, which is going to affect the food, in here over in America. So look, y'all better start getting on this shit. Stop waiting for these niggas. Stop begging for these niggas to give you shit back. Y'all already have your own resources. Organize. Y'all be unifying. That was a good unified rally. Organize. Put your money in something. Somebody who understands how to get land. Go there, because again, I told y'all can buy. I missed out on 47 acres of land for $3,500. That's $3,500. 47 acres. Go to governmentauction.com. They sell land. They have 2 land auctions a week you can buy land in. Or you can go to, Acre Trader. You can invest in farmland, but you should really own your own farmland. So go and buy land. Then somebody who's in the community who knows how to farm, put them in charge of the farming. See, now you got that resource going. We bought, say we got $60,000. I'm just using that as an example. I'm not picking on FBA or anything. I'm just using that as an example because it was so many people there wanting to go back at the government to get your check. But I'm trying to sell you all the money you spent to get there and do that damn rally. Look what you could have invested it in. Y'all could have put that money in a pot, went and bought some land. Boom. Now we got a farm. And then now we can start building on the land. We can start doing some of that. Boom. Let's hold another rally in about another 2 or 3 months. Boom. Let's put more in the pot. We can go buy more land now. Again, start piecing together that shit. It is easy as shit to get land. It's easy as hell. But as long as y'all just around just unified and not organized, you can't do shit. You can't do anything unless you have organization. I'm sorry. That's purpose to your unity. Direction to your unity. Goals for your unity. And pathways and systems to do that and get there to those destinations. That's what organization is. And then coming together for a specific purpose and not fighting over who got more power over here, who doing what, or why is he in control of that? Why is she getting control of this? Why she get to say more over here? Look, y'all always be on that bullshit. You know who don't be doing that shit? Caucasian people, Asian people, Indian people. You think they be all in there doing all that shit? Nope. Hispanic people. All of these people who are ahead of you in society politically, they know how to unify and organize. See the difference? They know how to unify and organize, while y'all are just unifying sometime, every now and then, for a couple of hours. Just so I can be seen in my Instagram. Hey, y'all see I'm at the rally, my nigga. Hey, y'all nigga, get your selfie at the rally. Hey, come here, my nigga. Hey, my nigga. Hey, nigga, we good. Nigga, rally. Reparations rally, nigga, 2022. Y'all good. You were seen. That's great. What the fuck are you doing with your unity? Again, one organized cat can defeat 20, even 30 people together who are not unified, who are not organized. Period. Absolutely true. One organized person can tear the shit out of 30 unorganized people. Because they have strategy, they have purpose to their movement. Their movements aren't wasted. Every step I make is for a purpose to get me to this next step. And that next step is to get me to this next step. I'm not sitting up here, I'm not wasting energy, running my mouth, emotional, talking about what I'm not getting, what they owe us. Fuck all of that. What are you doing, man? Again, get the hell off your ass and stop talking. There's so many ways for you to get out here and get your damn shit back. Why the hell are you begging for it all the goddamn time? All the money y'all spend on seriously on the backlash or to be outraged. All the money y'all spend on that shit, y'all could have been at fucking thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of acres of land at this point. That's a fact. Y'all spend so much money getting to rallies and donating to this nigga and giving to that and donating to this and whoop whoop and make sure. How much how much of that damn money could y'all have just put in a pot to get land, man? Seriously. And y'all have to start doing that. Because they're taking the farms. So that's the name of the game, y'all. So, and just so you know, it doesn't necessarily matter who the color of the skin of the person you get with as far as organization. It's purpose of mind. Are we on the same frequency here? Excuse me. And so you know, the universe, the earth doesn't give a damn what your skin color is as far as who takes care of it. It doesn't. If your purpose is pure, the universe, the earth don't give a goddamn what the color of your skin is, because that shit ain't real anyway. But it's about your movement, it's your organization, it's your purpose of unity. Why are we unified? And then how do we putting those plans together, and then how do we incrementally go about implementing each part of the plan? Not backstepping. We don't take no losses. Like in football, we don't take no sacks. Each yard we gain is a positive. Even if we gain just 1 yard, even if we gain a few inches, let's keep gaining. Because eventually we'll get to the goal. So again, my philosophy is organization over unity. Or excuse me, together with unity, not over unity, but organization together with unity. And that will kill the reparations thing. If you guys got together and organized, you don't need reparations. You have enough resources. It just needs to be enough of you. Again, y'all, and it is. I see all the movements that y'all backing. It is so many of y'all involved in these movements. What would it be like if just all y'all put in $10? Thousands of you niggas put in $10 on the land grab movement. What would happen then? Just see. And then, sorry. Oh, real quick, y'all. I think I showed y'all this before. This is a water bottle that turns your water alkaline. It's called Dylan. The Dylan D. How you spell it? Oh, there it is. Y'all see that? You guys shouldn't be drinking out of plastic. I was drinking out of plastic, and I know better because I usually put my water in this. But this will make any water alkaline, even your tap water. This will make you put this in there. You sit in there for about an hour, 2 hours. It'll make your tap water alkaline. The longer you leave it in there, the more alkaline it takes. So if you drink bottled water, I would buy one of these, and then take the water out of that and put it in here and drink from this thing, because this is one of the best things that I bought. Excuse me, Dylan water bottle. And they ain't promoting, they're not sponsoring or nothing. It's just, again, y'all know when I like a product, I'll let you know. So then I wanted to talk real quick about this mental health movement that's been going on, because they're using mental health in order to push the alphabet agenda, right? Especially with kids. They're trying to say that the mental health of children is important for you to affirm when a child, who is that? Conceptual Elixirs. Thank you, brother. Or sister. I don't know who that is. It's a business. So they'll come to you and they'll say the mental health of your child is the most important thing when they come to you and they tell you, if it's a girl, that they feel like they're a boy, or if they're a boy, they feel like they're a girl. Which anyone who's ever been around, who has kids or ever been around kids, you know that a child will tell you they 50 million things throughout the day. Right? They feel like they 50 million things throughout the day. That's just what a child is. their minds, they're blank canvases, and so they're so impressionable. Whatever they take in, and then they're also, little children are very emotional. They're not logical yet. Their brain doesn't work in a logical way yet, so they're mostly emotion. So when they get a sensory impression, they get an emotional response from it, so which makes it very real to them. So when a child, they come to you and they say, I feel like I'm a girl, there's a boy, then they're telling you the mental health. Excuse me. Oh, Davey Lee, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Everybody hitting that super chat, man. Thank y'all. But so when they tell you that the mental health of the child is important for you to affirm that ideal that they come with, when anyone who knows who has children, you're supposed to guide the child. You know more than that child, so you're entrusted with that child's guidance. And so in order for it to not bump into anything, so the child doesn't get hurt, you need to protect the child from the world as well. You protect that child from themselves. That's why you don't let a child touch a goddamn hot stove. Even though it might be a good lesson for him to do it, you don't do it because you know the pain that's gonna come on that child. So you like, sometimes you may have let them, if they keep on wanting to go touch it, you may have to let them go over there and touch it and then let them see for themselves. But for the most part, you're supposed to be there to tell that child no, right? And so then what is mental health? And then what is mental fortitude? Right? What is the difference? So mental health, what is excuse me, what is health? The word, let's get to the word health. So health, you go back to the word health, it comes from the word whole, W-H-O-L-E, right? So to be there, and they're saying mental health is to have a whole mind, right? That's what they, to be fully there. That's their definition of it, right? When they say mental health. But whole actually means, the definition or the etymology of whole means to be uninjured, just uninjured or undamaged, right? Which is a great thing. But does that say anything to the strength of your mind? Because when we say, when we use the word health, it's not polarized. When we say health, when we want to polarize the word, we'll either say healthy or unhealthy, right? And then that puts those two, whichever pole it is. Otherwise, health is just right. How's your health? You'll say, I'm good, or it's bad. Health is just right in the middle, right? Oh, Shaman Rock, man, I appreciate you so much every week. He says, on the run, but I just wanted to stop by and show support. Man, thank you, Shaman Rock. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Man, appreciate everybody who's showing love, man. I appreciate y'all so much. So again, health is to be in the middle, right? So you can be healthy or unhealthy. So mental fortitude is what we're not teaching, right? What is fortitude? Word fortitude comes from fort, like fortress. It means to be strong, firm, sturdy, right? And so in order for that to happen, you need to be rooted in something, right? You need to be rooted in something. And so when I say so, like, and even the word mental health, right? Where does the word mental come from? Mental comes from mind, right? It comes from the word mind. What does that mean? Does anybody know what the word mind means? It just means memory. It just means memory. Go look it up. The word mind means memory. Because then if you're studying the Kabbalion, it'll tell you that all is mind. Right? It'll tell you that there's one universal mind and we're all a part of that one universal mind. We're all different aspects of vibrations or frequencies of that one universal mind. So to be in good mental health is to basically have memory. Memory of what? Of who you are. You are God. Man, Vincent Collins, thank you. That's what you guys have amnesia at this point. And it's been put on you purposefully. And shout out to my mods in the chat room. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout y'all out today. Everybody, Tish, Mel, Brian, Jason. Appreciate y'all, man. And also Gwendolyn Bonner. Thank y'all. But again, mental health, mental, mind, memory, right? That's what that is. But again, you want to have mental fortitude. So you need to be remembering who you are. Understand that you're God, and that's where your mental fortitude will come from. Now, who was really pushing mental fortitude that they had to take out? Because again, they need your mind at either at nothing or devolving. So who was out here pushing them the strong mind philosophy? That was Kobe. Mamba mentality. What was Mamba mentality? A strong mind in the face of anything. No matter what adversity comes your way, figure it out. Figure that shit out. Mental fortitude. Mental acuity. You can do this. Just figure it out. It's not that you can't do it. You just don't know how to do it yet. Sit back, take it all in, and then the universe or the whatever you're trying to figure out will reveal itself to you. And again, that is you. You guys, again, memory or mental health. Memory, mental. Remember that you are God's. That's what you should be remembering, and that will trickle down into every aspect of your life. Again, everyone is God. Everyone is God, but those who remember their God or who know their God manifest the power of God. So just remember that. And I wanted to get on that because mental health, they're really trying to push this movement in order to bring in the alphabet agenda that you need to be mindful of your child's mental health. Well, no, you're supposed to build your child's mental fortitude or help them to build mental fortitude, to be strong in the face of whatever comes their way. You can't kowtow when somebody insults you. You can't be so sensitive to where that just destroys your whole life and take that down. You need mental fortitude. Know that person has no bearing on your life whatsoever. And so no matter whatever they say, it's only words if I don't allow it if I don't take it in, if I don't receive the vibration, it can't harm me. That is mental fortitude. So again, we need to start pushing that over this mental health movement, mental fortitude movement. That's what it should be called. That's what we need to get into, y'all. The mental fortitude movement. Let's get on that for sure. But then did you guys hear that the Uvalde over in Uvalde that they're sealing the autopsy? They're sealing the autopsy results. The judge sealed it. He's like what happened? Oh shit, we can't see. What? Damn. Oh wait. We're gonna seal the records, guys. It's a little brutal. We don't want you guys. We're trying to protect you guys. You know, it's a little traumatizing. So we care about you. We want to help your soul. So we're just gonna close it up. Why are they closing up their damn 19 kids were killed? 19 children were killed, and they're sealing the autopsy results? That ain't strange or shady at all. They're tearing down the school, firing all the goddamn police officers, and now they're sealing the autopsy. If this wasn't a goddamn sacrifice, come on. And again, we know it happened the same damn week. They were holding the WEF forum in Davos, right? And their emblem or their symbol for the meeting. Who was that? D. Wilson. Thank you, brother. Their symbol for the meeting was a goat, right? Goat, kids are baby goats. 19 of them. COV. Come on, y'all. Stevie Wonder can put this shit together. We can all see this shit. This was a straight sacrifice they did to push their agenda through. But again, what's going on right now, the universe is not letting them win. It's not happening like it used to happen for them. We are in a new time and a new age. Whenever they do something, it comes out immediately. They cannot hide it. We are on their asses right now, y'all. So again, when we think of conspiracy theories and the elite have all the power to do all it, don't put that shit in. Don't put that energy out there in the universe. No, they don't. As long as we keep staying aware and then do something with that information, spread it around, keep waking people up, that shit is messing up their plan. Which is why, well, I'll get to that in a second. But that stuff is messing up their plan. I'm gonna tell you what they did in a minute. Oh, thank you again, D. Wilson, man. Appreciate you, brother. So they're trying to keep you, they're trying to keep you, subdued, under wraps. they have to do this because this new plan that they're trying to implement is falling. So they have to try to cut your voices off, which is why they were so damn pissed when Elon took over Twitter and then fired everybody. This nigga fired everybody. This shit is going crazy over there at Twitter. I don't know if y'all been keeping up. This nigga fired everybody over there. This shit is insane. And so they tripping. Everybody tripping. But so while that's popping off, the U.S., so while they're trying to hide that, because that, that sacrifice, I'm just saying, keep an eye out for that. We'll figure out the truth about that in a minute. They're saying they're closing the they're keeping the record sealed because they're going to institute criminal charges against the officer. That's what they're saying. They're not that they're going to. They're thinking about it. They're researching or investigating whether to do criminal charges. That's their reason for closing or sealing the records of the autopsy, which is bullshit. Till you forget. They just saying that until you forget about the whole thing, and then they sweep it under the rug, and you forget that they just sacrificed 19 kids and then wiped out the school, fired all the officers, and then basically just tried to wipe it out of existence. That's what they're doing. They're trying to wipe this whole goddamn thing out of existence. So just keep an eye for that. But then while that's going on, your boy Biden and the U.S. they vote again to keep the Pandeezy going. The state of emergency for the Pandeezy. They just voted to keep it going. Right after, again, he said, remember we talked about, he said, this was months ago in August, he said it was over. He said it was over. I think it was August or September. He said it was over. He said it twice on the news. Yep, Pandeezy is over. Pandeezy is over. Then he said, we're still dealing with the Boogie V, but it's over, right? But then they come out and they institute, and again, they have to do this like every 60 days, I think. They have to reinstitute the state of emergency. So he comes out again and does it again. Reinstitutes the state of emergency. He says it's so that they can keep the cupcake free on the federal, under the federal guidelines. They can keep it free for people who don't have the money to pay for it, right? That's the bullshit. That's why they tell you it's the bullshit. So then they said also they were supposed to end it in January. Like this last one was supposed to end in January. Then oh no, well we may see a tridemic. They call it a tridemic. Like what the hell is a tridemic? In January, we may see something called a tridemic. These niggas just be pulling up shit out of nowhere. We may see a tridemic, so we're gonna hold back. And we're going to institute this state of emergency again. Now, all that does, what they doing that is because it allows them to keep doing mandates and stuff like that. That's why they keep instituting these states of emergency, because it allows them, especially to do federal mandates. But this is the whole reason. They have to keep this damn, you don't understand, they plan to take over the whole world through this thing. And it didn't go as planned. But they're going to go right along with the plan. They will keep chucking. As long as you don't say nothing or you don't make them pay for it, they're going to keep on trucking with the shit, right? So, and then in New York, because when they did that, in New York, Judge Sotomayor, she just declined to block the mandates in New York for the public workers. So I know you heard a week ago about a couple of weeks ago that the federal judge ruled the mandates for the New York workers unconstitutional, right? So then right now you hear Sotomayor, which is a Supreme Court judge, she said she blocks, they tried to get the mandates blocked in New York, and she declines to block the mandates in New York, right? So what does this mean? So basically what happened is New York took everybody who wanted a religious exemption and they put them under individualized, they put them in some type of pot and say, all y'all niggas who want individual or who want religious exemptions, y'all get over there. Y'all get in that pot right there. And then they made them an individualized, they made them specific, right? Or y'all just want religious exemptions. Y'all don't have exemptions based off of, uninformed consent or, the test trials or adverse effects and all the rest of it. You don't have any worries about that. Your what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Damn, I can't figure out the word. Damn, it's skipping me. I got so many words going on. But your refusal to take, or your challenge, excuse me, there it is. Your challenge against the mandates is that it's a religious exemption. So they came in and she said, no, you can't use the religious exemption, which is crazy because what they didn't do in the religious exemption is say that that the cupcake had the fetal to Charmin. They didn't say it had the fetal Charmin because the workers from the I forgot the university, but the workers from the university, they won the settlement because their challenge was that it had fetal Charmin in it. So these people over here in New York, they were just saying we're just religiously adverse against taking it. They didn't put that in there, right? So that's a definite grounds for you not take for a religious exemption, because if you're religious and you're against abortions, especially, and then them using aborted fetal Charmin in cupcakes, then that's a viable argument. The religious exemption period should be an argument, but most people were just doing it not having a religious root, a grounding in it. They were just saying, I'm religiously against it, and they were just submitting that shit and not really religiously against it. So she declined to block it. So I'm sure they may try to go higher, institute something called a writ of certiorari, which means to the higher court, because she ruled on it herself. She didn't take it to the full court. So now they're probably going to say, we want the full court to rule on this. So that's what's going on in New York. Now, if you had challenged the fact that, see, what this is the liability notice that challenges the effects of what the cupcake does based off of the information that the cat put out, then how can they deny that? We're using the information of the organization you placed in charge of this pandeezy. They said these adverse effects happen to some people, and they don't know. And first, not only that, it just came out that the P.F. Heiser Bakery didn't do any tests to see that if it was effective. When they lied, they said it was 95% effective when they didn't do any tests to see that it was effective. So all of these things you can challenge, you can put. Now, I don't know if the lawyers put all of this in there. They couldn't have put that in there because that just happened. So they instituted the lawsuit before this information just came out. Oh man, who is that? Damn, Dre OC. Man, appreciate you. And who's that? P. Wayne, thank you. Man, everybody hitting that super chat, man. Love y'all. My eyes are off today, everybody. When y'all see me looking that close and I'm blinking, my eyes be off a little bit when I'm doing that. But appreciate, man, everybody who hitting the super chat. Love y'all, man. Damn, man, that hit me so much, made me lose my train of thought. But so these mandates that they're trying to implement. So, so basically all the information that came out now, you can use all of that information, like the fact that the cupcake that they didn't test for it, they lied that it said it was 95% effective. The fetal Charmin that's in it. All of these things you can use now. So they started that lawsuit before all of this information came out. They weren't able to put this stuff in the lawsuit. So I'm sure if they go back and they redo it, they'll have a better case. But this is what's coming for y'all. So this is why it's so important to know the law, because that was very specific to just religious exemptions And so it's important for you to know the legalese in these things. And they know you don't know anything. So that we're just going to deny religious exemptions. But on the other side, New York, the New York judge ruled that the mandates were unconstitutional. So which is it? Is it non or is it? And again, this is how you need to know the law. So that's what they're doing over there. And then the medical board, I don't know if you heard that the medical board, Dr. Peter McCullough, he's been one of the main soldiers out here. He's the most published doctor in medical journals and, in modern day science. And he's been going around. He's been the main challenger against the cupcakes. They just revoked his medical license because he was speaking out against the cupcakes. They just revoked his medical license. See, this is all about control. Excuse me. This is all about control. They need to control the narrative. Excuse me. And if taking out somebody who's that much of an authority, if we can shut him up or discredit him, because they can't shut him up because he got freedom of speech. But if we can discredit him, basically say, oh, well, he's not a doctor anymore. You can't use Dr. Peter McCullough anymore. He still should be able to use that. But if we pull that away from you, then that starts to discredit your information down the line. So, man, shout out to Dr. Peter McCullough because he's one of the main ones who has been killing the game with the information. And so we need to support that dude for sure because he is he's going to be the one to crack. His information is going to be some of his information his information will be part of the way or reason why this whole thing cracks. So make sure we get out there and we put that word out and support Dr. Peter McCullough. Then while that's going on, the P.F. Heiser Bakery is releasing a new dual Boogie V cupcake. It's going to handle influenza and the Boogie V at the same time. That's what they said. They got a new one coming out, yo. Hey, you thought the old one was great? Nigga, y'all ain't seen nothing. Shit, these niggas think they seen something? Nigga, hold up. We got the dual, nigga. The dual shot. We had one, now we got the dual shot. Nigga, y'all ain't ready for that. They not ready, man. They not ready. Maybe we should pull it back. They don't give it to them yet, man. Don't give it to them. They ain't ready. They got you niggas. 2 influenza and the Boogie V shot all in one. So now they're going to try to push just that shot. That one thing. Because now, again, they put the Boogie V thing on the schedule, right? They put the cupcake on the schedule. And influenzas is already on the schedule. So this is a way for you, because if you say, all right, I want this, if you come in and you say, all right, I want my kid to have this one, but not this one, right? But they're gonna say, well, this is all one thing. We can't separate them. This is what they're gonna try to say. Well, it's all one thing. So, if we're giving them, it's gonna be for both. And that's gonna be a great thing for him. Because if he gets either one, then he's gonna be protected. Don't you agree? You know what I'm saying? So this is how they're gonna do. That's the rhetoric they're gonna use to get you to take the shit. Right? Again, and don't think China's not. China is in on this shit too. This is world control by Pandeezy. They're using this whole thing to take control over all of their societies. Everybody's doing it. Some people aren't doing it, like Sweden and all them, but most of these countries are doing it because Sweden didn't even lock down. Sweden didn't even lock their damn country down. They was like, nigga, we ain't locking down. But China is going so hard at it. These niggas are doing PCR tests on the vegetables. Did y'all see that video? They was going around in the market, each one in the hazmat suit, and they taking each vegetable off of the goddamn thing and doing the test in it. Right then. Right there on the fucking thing. If it tests positive for the Boogie V, vegetables, nigga, that is straight a mind control tactic. That is a straight fear mind control tactic, y'all. Holy shit. They are not trying to give up on this stuff, but this is why you got this is Warriors time, y'all. Y'all are in a battle right now. This is, you seen Game of Thrones, nigga? This is the Battle of the Bastards. Did y'all see Game of Thrones, the Battle of the Bastards? Hey, that was one of the biggest battles of all time. That nigga Jon Snow, he was at the bottom of the pile, getting smashed up. Then he came out on top, baby. That's gonna be you. That's you. You the Jon Snow of this damn in this damn episode. The Battle of the Bastards. You got to do what you got to do. You got to fight right now. They are mashing out against you to take your goddamn constitutional rights, to take really all your rights, and then tell you it's going to be good for you if you give them up. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to replace it with comforts. You're going to have convenience, comfort, convenience, and safety. Safety, man. That's the top of the chain. Don't you want your kids to be safe? You want your family to be safe? You want to be safe? Well, shit, you need to trust us. That's all I'm saying. Just give us all your rights. Give us everything, and we'll keep you safe. So that's what's coming for the whole world. Because in the UK mayor, what's his name, of one of the UK cities, his name is Andy Burnham. Go look that dude up. Andy Burnham, one of the mayors in the UK, he is with the WEF. He's with the World Economic Forum. He's a stooge. He was over there in the World Economic Forum giving speeches over in 2018. He's the mayor of the UK. I forgot the city in UK, but go look him up. Mayor Andy Burnham, right? This nigga called for jail time for anybody that spreads lies and conspiracy theories online. That's the real shit. This fool, Andy Burnham, go smash this fool. He lost his damn mind. He said jail time for anybody who's spreading lies and conspiracy theories online. Now, again, this is the world that we know Agenda 2030 is coming in. Digital IDs. Excuse me, digital IDs, what's the control through the ESG, the environmental social, environmental social governance. All of this, they're trying to put this control down, right? Transhumanism, all of that stuff, right? So, hold on. So when they're doing this, they have to shut your speech up because they know that people are finding this information out. This information, what they're doing is not being hidden from anybody. It's not being hidden because they're saying it at the World Economic Forum. They're saying it in their books. They're saying it at the other lectures. They're telling you what the hell they're getting ready to do. But they're mad that we watching them and then taking their information and then just sharing it and then putting together the whole plan. So now, again, they want jail time for anybody who's spreading conspiracy theories and lies, right? Why? When did this just happen? When did this whole thing come down? As soon as Elon took over Twitter, where they couldn't control the lies and the conspiracies anymore, and everything is damn near going to be allowed as far as unless it's against the law, where you be able to push these conspiracy so-called conspiracy theories on Twitter, where everybody is watching and listening. They were like, oh no, ain't gonna be no goddamn regulation on that shit. All right, well, if you do that in this country, then you gonna go to jail. This is what they're trying to implement. That ain't gonna go over. But this is the plans though, Lynn. It's a soft introduction. Introduce it to you now, it may get pushed down now, right? Then they introduce it to you again in about another year, boom, may get pushed down again. So then, boom, over amount of time, you be like, hey, you know what? These motherfuckers is crazy out here, man. They getting people killed and all this and that. They destroying corporations with their misinformation. Because what just happened, and this is what they'll use for that, right? So on Twitter, somebody put out when Elon just changed the blue check. He started charging for the blue check the other day, right? $7.99 for the blue check. so basically anybody can get a blue check, and then you're able to make whatever profile you're able to make, right? Even imitating somebody. But if you do, you'll get banned from the website or from the platform if they catch you. So somebody came in there, they did LeBron James. They said LeBron James was wanting to go back to Cleveland. They did a whole profile. He said, nigga, goodbye. I was so goddamn happy. I'm so mad that was fake. God damn. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed that was a fake goddamn report. I was like, this nigga gone? LeBron bitch ass gone? Oh, nigga damn. That was fake tweet. But somebody from one of the drug companies, one of the pharmaceutical companies, they put out a tweet about that pharmaceutical company, and they stock plummeted yesterday or the day before, or Thursday. I think it was Thursday. They stock plummeted. They lost billions in stock, right? So now they'll come and try to use that and say, well, misinformation and lies, that cost that company billions. So that should be regulated and all this and that. So they'll use that. Again, they're coming after your speech first, so they can come after everything else later. But they have to come after your speech first. So while they're doing that, so again, remember, this is the World Economic Forum plan. They're trying to implement this in all countries. They can't really do it. They tried to do it here with the disinformation board. They tried to do it with that. Then they had control. Again, the disinformation board didn't come out until Elon wanted to buy Twitter. Because they didn't really need to do that over here because they had control over the narrative because they controlled Twitter. But now that they lost control of Twitter, they're trying to implement those controls over your speech. Government disinformation board with artificial intelligence bill of rights and that type of shit to control what you say, your speech online. But Canada, they just basically pushed a bill that will allow governments to censor content online, which is supposed to be against your rights. That's against your freedom of speech. In Canada, even I don't, and again, I'm not in Canada, but that's against Canada freedom of speech. He's just gonna do that. He's just gonna implement a goddamn law, period. They're gonna push that shit. That's insane. Where the government gets to control what you say online. They're trying to push that bill in Canada. You don't think that shit is coming over here? And y'all sitting back acting like nigga free speech is free? Nigga, freedom is free? It ain't free at all. Especially if you don't get off your ass and do something. So then you see the Dems, the hoocrats. I like to call them the hoocrats. Them niggas is trying to do-load the election. I gotta use my slang words because YouTube guidelines, but they trying to do-load. Y'all know what the do-low is, right? Everybody, if you're from the hood. Sorry, people, if you ain't from the hood, you don't know what the do-low is. As one of these, they trying to snatch the Elysi that just happened on Tuesday, right? So basically, all elections were basically supposed to be decided within that day. A couple of days at the most, right? An election in 1850 something, when they was doing it by candlelight, they were counting votes by candlelight. It only lasted at the most 7 days. And they're trying to tell you it's gonna take weeks before they get ready. They finish counting these votes. Weeks? Hold the fuck up. Weeks? Florida counted all they goddamn votes in 1 day. But Georgia and Arizona can't? See, and this is why they implement that early voting shit, because it allows them niggas to do some magic on the, on the manipulating side of the game of the votes. Allegedly. We gotta throw that in there. Allegedly. So, them niggas is trying to hijack this shit in order to keep control so they can keep implementing the Pandeezy policies. And then they know you niggas, don't know shit about what's popping off. So they're getting ready, again, they are not trying to relinquish this shit at all. They don't want to let go control. They have a plan. The plan is in, the plan is in play. The running back has the football. He's going. And nobody is supposed to stop this bullshit. But you can, again, if we organize as well as unify. But even organize more so than unify. Because again, 1 and 2 people who are organized can take down a nation of people who are not. It has happened before. Because if I know what I'm doing and where I'm going and where my movements are, and you don't, and you just out here messing around, you know, half-heartedly doing things by the luck of the draw, I'm going to beat you. I'm not only going to beat you, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to whoop your ass. What happens to a football team one comes out with a game plan and the other one doesn't? The one with the game plan is going to win every time. At least 90, there's no absolutes. At least 99% of the time, the one without the game plan, they could have a great day. All these niggas could just, you know, on some you know, some out of the blue shit. They could just all link up synergetically and just have a great game. But most of the time, 99 out of 100, I would say even 1,000, 999 times out of 1,000, the organized person is going to win. So unless y'all get apart and get into that game, and I'll tell you how deep it is. Look at the World Economic Forum. They are so organized. They go after your children. They got future leaders, right? Where they're getting at your kids, your children when they're 13, 14, 15, grooming them in order to be able to implement their policies when they start to get out of college and all this and that stuff. What are you doing? Do we got anything like that? Where are we grooming the kids or educating the kids in order to be able to do this and take control at that type of young ass age? No, we ain't got none of that. We got the Know Your Rights Foundation right now. That's what we doing. But what else where are they doing that shit? They got secret organizations and all kind of shit where they link together and do. You ain't got none of that. Organizations, secret organizations, not secret gatherings of a group of niggas. They got organizations. They get together, they have meetings, they got planned out things, what they need to do. What do we need to do at this time? What do we need to do this quarter? What do we need to do this year? What do we need to do in 5 years from now? What do we need to do in 10 years from now? That's how they plot and plan. You ain't got nothing like that. Y'all niggas, y'all love sitting back watching niggas talk about shit. Like me. Don't watch me talk about shit. Watch what I'm saying, but then implement the plan after I tell you. Go get out there and get some land. One of the first things you got to do is get land and start farming. They've tried to destroy all the crops and farms. That's coming for 2030. You do not want to be caught in 2030 when they say, oh, it's a food shortage, and you had a chance to create a farm in 2022, 2023, and you sat around and didn't create that shit. Again, if y'all want to buy some land, piece together and get some land for farms, get at me, man. I'm down. But you got to have some money, though. You got to have some real money. No, I'm just playing. No, but if you're just able to piece together some money, you want to get in on it, man, we got to do this. This is what we got to do. We have to get farm. We have to start getting farming. We have to start buying land, piecing together, putting things up on the land. Not using their technology in order to build things. I told you about earth ships. If you haven't seen the brother who's called Earth in Hand, shout out to Scott. But shout out to the brother. Go look at that channel, Earthen, EARTHEN, Earthen Hand, right? So that's his channel. That's also his website. That dude teaches you he builds earth ships, but he also teaches you how to do that. But that's what's going to have to start happening, guys. We got to start getting self-sufficient, cutting away from the system because they understand now that so many people are dependent on the system that they can take it and make you do anything because of that dependency. So when you have somebody like that, you have no leverage. When a system is like that and you fully attached to the nipple and the breast and everything, you can't do anything. Because as soon as you detach, you dead. So you got to wean yourself off, right? Wean yourself off of the nipple. How do you do that? How do mothers wean themselves off the baby? They give them some formula. You give them a little formula, give them a little nipple. A little formula, a little nipple. So your formula is going to be organizing amongst yourselves and doing things for yourselves. That's going to be some of the formula to get you off of the government nipple, right? That's what you got to start doing. Sorry to put it like that, but just get off the government titty. Get off the government titty. I know if the government got a big old nipple, got to have a big old nipple because it got about 400 million niggas attached to that nipple. But you can let go of the nipple. Just get together and organize. All right. Or get with somebody who's already doing that. Again, we're teaching y'all the law. That's the first thing y'all need to do. You want to take over a goddamn, or not even take over, but you want to take advantage of a goddamn system or create your own when the other system that you've been dependent on fails. You need to start in learning the rules and how that damn system was put together. So get with us so we can teach you that, and then you can take that information, get out in the world, start teaching other people. All right. And then last thing I want to talk about, one other thing. Watch out real quick. Just saw this. Fake eggs. Shit, man. I just saw this. I just put this on the thing today. Fake eggs. Have y'all seen that report about the fake eggs coming from China? Watch y'all eggs, man. Start buying only organic eggs from local. Start buying local organic eggs, man. Man, this is crazy how this shit went. I'm watching the report, and they showing how the egg yolk is super thick. It's real thick, and the egg white, it's all thick and shit. And then like when you try to crack it and pour it out of it runs out slow. And I'm like, holy shit! I just bought some eggs like that. I was like, goddamn! I just got some eggs like that and cracked it. I was like, this damn egg white is thick as hell. I had to scrape it out of the damn shell with my finger. I was like, this shit is crazy. China is making fake eggs, y'all, and shipping them bitches over here. That report, China's making fake eggs. And what I gotta say, allegedly. But that was in the news report. They showed the difference in the egg. They showed how they was making the egg and this and that. Start buying local organic eggs. Fucking artificial eggs, y'all. I'm like, oh, damn. So I just saw that report this morning. It disgusted me because I just ate an egg sandwich this morning. So that's why it hit me like that. I just ate a goddamn egg sandwich, and holy shit, they got me with that one. But man, watch out for the fake eggs, y'all. And last thing I want to talk about is Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. You haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil really. I'm just gonna talk it over around it. But if you don't want me to talk around it and you think I may say something, you might want to get up out of here. So I'm gonna talk about kind of what happened, the energy of it. So really quick, this shit right here, do y'all know what this symbol is? I hope y'all know what this symbol is, because they got all you niggas doing it. This is the symbol for death. That's what this symbol is. This is the symbol for death, everybody. When you laying you in the casket, they cross your arms across, they lay you down and boom. That's the symbol for death. Mr. Chadwick Boseman, how many times did he throw that symbol up from being the Black Panther? 100,000? A million? Who knows? How many press things he did? How many times he was around people walking around in the street and everybody just hit him with one of these? And he had to do it. You only doing it one time. He got to do it every time somebody see him. Death, 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 my nigga. Death. He doing that shit. That becomes a rhythm in the universe. Everything is a frequency and a vibration, y'all. Nothing happens arbitrarily or for no damn reason. When you do that type of shit, that's a frequency. That's a vibration he's putting out in the universe. So, then, and then he was around it a lot, going to terminal wards for children who were dying and stuff like that. So he's around that energy a lot. So a lot of that probably weighed on his immune system, I would say. But in uh, the movie's not bad. No, that's so we. The movie is not a bad movie. It's a different movie. It's a different you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man, eagle eyes readings. Thank you, man. Everybody hitting me with the red super chats today, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Uh, man, thank y'all. The Wakanda, but it's not a bad movie. It's a different movie. The ladies, the sisters in it, the acting is great, especially Angela Bassett. Shout out to Angela Bassett, girl. I love you, girl. You know when I trained you and what's his name that time? Courtney Vance. I trained y'all a couple of times. Girl, I couldn't keep my eye on the training. Whoa. But shout out to Angela Bassett. But she does great in the movie. Couple of surprises in the movie. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, so go ahead and watch it. But there's a couple of surprises. I called one of the surprises a while back. Glad to say I got the eye. Called one of the surprises. But Wakanda Forever, just so y'all know, do y'all understand? We talked about where they got, and they were in Wakanda. I'm not going to tell you anything that's not in the trailers. So Wakanda's going against Namor, right? And they tried to change his name to Namor. He's Namor. Try to make it Spanish and shit. He's Namor, one with no love. No, it's Namor, nigga. Stop changing the name. His name in the comic book is Namor, not Namor. But so it's Wakanda against Namor, right? Namor is from Talokan. Talokan is an Aztec, the Aztec afterworld, right? The Aztecian afterworld. However, the Talokanians, or whatever the hell you want to call them, they speak Mayan. They speak Yucatan Mayan, right? So they're in the Yucatan Peninsula, where the Mayans, right? So just so y'all know, Aztecs are descendants of the Mayans. The Mayans came first. Olmecs came first. Olmecs, Mayans, Olmecs, Mayans, Aztecs, Mexicans. That's how I go, okay? Just so y'all know. Olmecs, Mayans, Aztecs, Mexicans, right? So while they're showing in the movie, they're showing the background and history. And if you go to the Mayan, where the ancient Mayan ruins, you see the depictions on the wall, something called like the Bonampak murals, or you'll see the depictions of the gods on their what is it called? Oh man, I forgot this symbol. I forgot what the name of the symbols. I can't believe I forgot the name of the symbols. Damn, I forgot the name of the symbol, y'all. But it's real quick, so I forgot the name of the symbol. But they be and on those murals in the back, you can see in the movie. I didn't spoil this, is in the clip, but you can see this. They show it clearer in the movie. The brother who they got playing Namor, supposed to be his Hispanic brother, right? And you can see the nigga in the back is way darker than him. And he's telling this story about their history. They're telling us Nazarene X. We say Namor is Roman back, right? Namor is Roman backwards, right? So as they're telling the story of his history, he's telling it in front of this mural with this dark-skinned brother. I'm like, you don't look like him. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? All of these cats. Now, again, they're the descendants of them, for sure. So that is them, you know. Again, the Mexicans are descended from the Aztecs. Aztecs descended from the Mayans. Mayans descended from the Olmecs. So that is the lineage. But if you're trying to go back to the original lineage and say that's nigga, no, them nigga, wait. That nigga look more like the Wakandans. Wait, that nigga look like the Wakandans. Why is he, okay. We gonna let that bypass everybody. You ain't supposed to see that, audience. You ain't supposed to see that. You supposed to think that nigga back here behind him is Mexican, like him. Don't worry about how dark he is. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. He speaks Spanish. So that's what they were showing in Wakanda. And then you already know, or I told you before, Wakanda is in America. There's two Wakandas. One up in north, I think it's northeast somewhere, but the other one, the main one, is Wakanda Lake in Kansas. So Wakanda is you. Again, and Namor is supposed to be from Atlantis, right? In the books, he's from Atlantis. Atlantis really, truly is America. The true Atlantis is America. So if you get The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall, they talk about America being Atlantis and shit. So it was called Atlan, which is Atlantis, right? So they're mixing and matching. Now I don't know if if Ryan Coogler knew all of this. I'm sure he did. He had to do some research, you know, on the Mayans and everybody else to try to make it as real as possible. But I'm sure he didn't know America is Atlantis, right? And so that's funny. Or maybe he did. I ain't gonna sit there and say I know what that nigga know. Maybe he did. Maybe he knew Atlantis is America, which is why he made, excuse me, you know, and I'm gonna say he may be watching this information. Who knows how conscious Ryan Coogler is? I don't know. I've never really studied him. Excuse me. Don't know anything about, you know, his history, his consciousness journey or whatever. But he may know that America is Atlantis, which is why he made Namor from the Mayans, which is from, you know, Mesoamerica, which was Atlantis, right? All of this, all the Americas, that was the Mesoamerica and North America, this was all Atlantis. So they may know that. He may know that. I don't necessarily know if he does. I would bet that he doesn't. It was all the universe just bringing it together harmonically. You know, I would say that, but they were pushing the women. So in this movie, they're pushing the women for sure. And now I usually have you know, an argument about that. I usually have a problem with that when they're trying to push, you know, they're trying to demasculate or emasculate men and trying to push the female agenda in the MCU. However, the sisters are dope in this. The sisters in there, I ain't got a problem with looking at a screen of sisters for, you know, a couple hours. I would love it. The sisters are beautiful. The sisters in the movie are beautiful. So I ain't really have a problem with it, even though you can see it was on they were on the woman agenda trying to push it. But again, if y'all want to put sisters on a pedestal, I ain't got a problem with that at all. So, but again, I did have a problem with the one time when Siri tried to gangster off on M'Baku. That was the only problem. I'm like, girl, M'Baku wouldn't be taking that shit. But that was the only thing I had. But you know, otherwise, it's a good movie. You know, I would say go see it. It's an emotional movie. They really were playing off the emotions in the movie because you can see that they were acting out. It's more dramatic. It's a very dramatic movie, so that you can see that they were acting off their emotions for Chadwick in the movie. And you know, you may get emotional in it, you know what I'm saying, you know, depending on how well you were attached to Chadwick. I wasn't really that attached to Chadwick. He was cool, and so I was like, oh, I'm good. And then at the beginning of the movie, I'm like, you know, they show you, if you've seen the clips, you've seen them all in white. That stuff happens at the beginning of the movie, and then they hit you with the credits. I was like, man, don't. I was good until they hit me with the opening credits. I was like, oh, y'all some bitches. The opening credits is gonna get you. Got a little something in my throat, you know what I'm saying? A little something in my throat, that's all, you know. Need a little water. That's all I'm saying. But but the opening credits will get you a little bit, you know, make me grab some water. Just have some water right next to you. But shout out to Wakanda Forever. The thing I don't necessarily know if I like is they're gonna try to make Black Panther a woman now. Not necessarily with that, even though Shuri was Black Panther in the comic books for a little bit, only a little bit. But now they're gonna try to push that, and again, they're switching up the men superheroes and trying to make them all feminine, and that's not working though. They're losing money, so I hope they get another Black Panther real quick. But that movie is pretty good. I would say go see it. Don't expect the first Black Panther. That's all I would say. And then there's one thing I had to. There's one more thing I had to break off to y'all. Gee, where did it go? So, oh yeah. So right now, when you're getting together, make sure, because there's the cryptocurrency thing. I don't know if you guys have been watching the cryptocurrency is on some fuckery right now because they're trying to take control of the crypto markets around the world, right? So And again, I told you, don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. You want to have a little crypto because that's what they're trying to move the world to, but you also want to have a little cash, just a little bit, but then you want to have your tangible assets, gold and silver. Make sure you guys go get your gold and silver. Start stocking up on that because it's looking like they're trying to cause a major crash on the system. So I just told you that Britain last week wanted to introduce their central banking currency. Germany too. I forgot to put that in there last week, but Germany is also releasing their central banking currency. So again, if an EMP hits, you ain't got nothing. An electromagnetic pulse hits, they knock out all the goddamn electricity, you ain't got no more money. That's just how that works. So you always want to have something tangible, all right? So again, get gold and silver. This is and again, this is from the company called AppMex. Dr. G's gold link, they say wasn't working anymore. It was Get Paid More. Excuse me, getpaidmore.com. MOOR, getpaidmore.com. I don't know if it's still working, but I got this from AppMex. They have novelty coins. So they'll be worth more. A lot of these times they'll be worth more in the future. So this right here, you guys can see this. This is a coin that has the Mandalorian. So this is a silver coin. I forgot how much it weighs. I think it's a couple ounces. But this is a silver coin with the Mandalorian on it, right? So this is a British. You can see that in the back. See how clean that is? And you keep these. These are actual money. People used to trade these for money. This is coins. Here's $1. So these are tangible goods. When anything is not working, this works. Get you some gold and silver, everybody. And again, gold and silver has more than just monetary use. Excuse me. Gold has all types of properties that protects you from electromagnetic fields and all that type of stuff. Can help heal your electromagnetic field. Silver also has antiviral, antimicrobial properties. It kills like almost 1,000 microbes and bad bacteria. Because just so you know, so silver, like people used to take something like this silver coin back in the day, put this in milk because they didn't have refrigerators back in the day. So they used to drop silver coins in milk to keep the milk from spoiling, because silver is a natural antibacterial. So silver has many properties. So even if it's not monetary, you'll still always be able to use the silver. So right here, make sure you get your silver and gold. This is my Mando. This is the way. Y'all know about Mandalorian. This is the way, baby. This is the way. Right here. I have spoken. So make sure y'all hook that up right there. And then make sure you get your knowledge on point, baby. I'm going to have to do this to you until I got enough. I need an army of law. I need an army of, not lawyers, but niggas who know the law like lawyers. I need y'all. I need an army of law savants. Law masters. Let's get that going. So constitutional rights card tells the police officers, you keep this on you. You tell the police officers what the rights are and what will happen when they violate those constitutional rights. That qualified immunity card tells them they lose that qualified immunity, which is their shield from violating your rights when they don't know that they violated your rights. So that's why you tell them you're in danger of violating my constitutional rights, officer. You get that on camera, and then they can't say that they didn't know, and they lose that qualified immunity right there. Then right here is the notice that gives them all the Supreme Court cases or court cases that backs that law right there, right? It's all right here, all in the back too. So they can't deny. When they reading this, they can't say, well, I didn't know. What you mean you didn't know? I gave you a notice with all the goddamn court cases on here. So you can't say you didn't know. Keep that in your car. When they pull you over, you say, I don't answer questions, officer. I don't answer questions. Now, when you learn the law, so that's usually the philosophy that you want to use when you get pulled over by the police. I don't answer questions. You don't ever want to really talk to police. However, when you start learning the law, you can start talking back to the police and ask them questions and get them caught up. But you can only do that when you know the law properly. So, but right now, this goes in your car. You keep this in your glove compartment or your middle compartment. You say you pull this out, hand that to the officer along with your license, if it's a lawful stop, and you say, I don't answer questions, boom, and let them know where you at with yours, right? And then make sure you get that book, the Know Your Rights manual. Make sure you get that right here for your kids. This should be a study book for your kids, man. I don't got no children, but man, I promise you, they would have to do book reports on this damn thing. They would master this damn thing if I had kids. It ain't that damn big. Look at that. It ain't thick. These are basic laws and basic principles that they need to know to protect themselves from the vultures who prey on the youth. The vulture police officers who prey on the youth, they know that your children don't know the law. They look old when they're melanated, most of them. Not all kids, but most melanated kids look old when they're young because that melanin, it don't crack, it don't show nothing, and we grow really big. So they pick on them because they know the law. So man, right here, start arming them. You want to give them everything else. Give them protection. Teach them how to protect themselves. Again, I'm a martial artist. I don't want nobody fighting for me. Teach me how to knock a nigga out. Teach me how to knock somebody out when they come up to me. So right here, Know Your Rights manual. Right here, it's about traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. Teaches you everything you need to know to protect those rights. Right there. And then right here, go get that bond or police insurance when they keep violating those constitutional rights. That's your ace in the hole right here. This is the ace in your back pocket. They keep coming after they keep violating your rights. You go after their bond or their insurance because they take an oath to protect your constitutional rights. So when they violate that oath, right here, they lose their bond. That's why it's called oaths and bonds. So boom, right here, teaches you how to go after that bond when they violate your constitutional rights. Right there. And then, just like we told you. Oh, first off, we got the cards. Man, I'm trying to give y'all everything I can. Trying to give you guys everything we can to help you learn your rights. Flashcards right here. Government. Learn about the government. And this teaches you what you know about the police right here. Flashcards 1 and 2. We got more coming out. But we also have, if you join the Know Your Rights Foundations, we have classes that are online, guys. We have a certification. You guys can get certified in basic police stop law and then go out there and start teaching that to your kids. But right here, we got that right here. And then, you already know, we got the 2 exemption cards. This one has the fetal argument, the fetal Charmin tish argument. Y'all know what I mean in this one. That's why this works. Because if you're religious and you're against aborted fetal, you cannot have that in your body. Bam. And then this one says that you are against it because of all the adverse effects that it causes, reported by the cat, dog, cat. All right. All right here. All on the back right here. And it lets them know that they're liable for every second that they coerce you or make you under duress, get the cupcake. Okay? Under duress means holding your job or your paycheck at bay, holding it under hostage unless you get get cupcake. So right here, you hand them one of these, whichever one you wanna, and boom. And it also comes right here. You give them that and these. This is the religious exemption notice letter right here. You give them that, or you give them the liability notice, and that lets them know. And then you hand them, while you're handing them all of that, you hand them the P.F. Heiser Bakery report right here, baby. So they can't deny anything. Well, they say, well, you don't have any information. You don't know the studies. Well, you give them the study right here. Like, what? I don't have the study. Well, here you go, nigga. Here you go. This is the study of the actual company who made the cupcakes. This is their recipe book. And what happened when they tested their cupcakes on unsuspecting customers. Yeah, I mean. So, has all the effects. And as well, it talks about, or it says how 1,223 people kicked the bucket on the first day. I want to show y'all this real quick, just so y'all can see, because I tell y'all that. So, I don't know if you guys can see right here. So this is the general overview of the characteristics of all cases received during the reporting of the interval. Can y'all see that? Right there. This is the reporting of all cases received during the interval. Now, we're going to go down here. It says case outcome. So y'all see that says case outcome right there, right? Then you go down, fatal. There's the word fatal. And across from fatal is 1223. Can y'all see that? Fatal, boop, 1223. So right there, lets you know that's your argument right there. And then if you want that, if you want the package, go ahead and get the Know Your Rights. Go ahead and get the Great Book of Melanin Research at realnoggins.com. Get the hard copy, and I'm going to throw all of that in there for free. Not the card. You only get one card usually, but if you get it this week, I'm feeling generous. I'm going to throw 2 decks of cards if you order this week. All right? That's from this Saturday to next Saturday. If you order within the next week, I'm going to put 2 decks of flashcards in there for you. The exemption, the vaccine, the vaccine letters, that thing is over. That was only for the last month of October. That's over. I may do it again later on, but right now you get the 2 decks of flashcards if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, or go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. You can get any of these tools by themselves over there if you don't want to get the Great Book of Melanin Research, or just sign up for the volunteers. Man, we're getting so many volunteers. We're doing this, y'all. This shit is great. People are learning the law. They loving it because reading the law, just so y'all know, learning the law, it ain't hard as y'all think. You learn the law by reading cases and stuff like that. And reading law cases is like watching the movies. Because crazy, strange shit happen out here that y'all have no idea. You be like, damn, that shit happened? He got away with that? Oh, nigga, this. So that's usually what that's usually what would happen when you're reading law cases. It's very interesting, sometimes exciting and crazy. Like I told you about the case with Lopez Soto, a dude who had damn near 1,000 pounds of weed in his car, and he got off. He got caught with almost 1,000 pounds of weed and got off because the police arrested him unlawfully. It was an unlawful stop. So because it was an unlawful stop, everything after that got thrown out. So I'm telling you, the law is crazy. 1,000 pounds of weed this dude got caught with, and he got free. He went free. So not saying to do that, to learn the law so you can do that. I'm just letting you know the possibilities when you know the law. Things can happen. So appreciate y'all, man, for another, tuning in again. I appreciate y'all. Thank everybody for the super chats. Thank all the mods. I love y'all, man. Everybody, Tish, Gwendolyn Bonner, Jason, Mel, and Brian. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all again next week. I'm about to do the Noggin Nerds. I'm gonna try to do that Thursday. The Noggin Nerds, for the House of Dragon. For the House of the Dragon and Lord of the Rings. All right, because it's hard for me to get in here because so much going throughout the day. My whole schedule every day is packed. So it's hard for me to get in here. So why I do this today at this time, because after that I got to go do something else. So I'm gonna try to do this on Thursday. The House of the Dragon, the Lord of the Rings, and the origins of the Dragon Moor and the Phoenix Moor. I'm gonna be doing that on Thursday, so make sure y'all tune in and we're gonna have some fun on that. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. About to get me some food. I'm hungry as hell, so I'm talking to y'all next week or Thursday. All right, peace.